The Bend Elks hit the road for 6 starting tonight here against the Marion Berries. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Aiden O'Neill, thank you so much for joining us as the Bend Elks look to stay undefeated. As I just mentioned, the first to 6. Apologies if there's wind. We're outside here at Chemeketa Community College, but so happy that you all can be with us. On the mound tonight for the Marion Berries, who will be the home team, of course, is Brennan Panis out of Chaminade University in Hawaii. Was a workhorse there, the right-hander. And he'll face an Elks lineup that reads like this. Keaton Nadeau will start off in right field. Leading off, Eli Pupo in the 2-hole playing left. Aiden Tallarico playing center field and batting third. Batting fourth is Mason Elrod playing first base. Then it's Marcus Galvin doing the catching. Richie Klosik DHing. Will Goodman at short. Kevin Ferruta at third. And Braden Jones at second. Keaton Nadeau getting ready to dig in to the batter's box. The Bend Elks in their all-gray uniforms with the gold accents. The Berries in their white home uniforms with the purple caps. Come set is Panis, and the first pitch of the ball game is called a strike right at the base of the zone. We get started at 6:45. Nadeau's been a fun spark plug at the top of this order from Cal State San Bernardino. In his first start, he tripled in his first AB. As a tough breaking ball, he'll foul away 0-2. In that game, too, Nadeau with a walk, a single, and a whole lot of speed. He swiped a couple of bases. And Alan Cox rewards him after that Game 3 performance against the Drifters with a spot in the starting lineup. 0-2. Got him swinging. Down and away on a breaking ball. Brennan Panis took the legs out of Nadeau. And the first batter is retired via punchout. Now it's Eli Pupo in the 2-hole. And the defense behind Panis is Price, Berg, and Major from left to right of the outfield. Arujo Waiao at third. Nelson at short. O'Connor at second. Dodge at first as the first pitch to Pupo is called the strike at the knees. Serrano doing the catching. And Scher is DHing tonight. Eli Pupo. A lot of speed. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2 on a changeup from Panis. Caught up with Eli Pupo pregame. He had the big, or one of the big at-bats in the 9th inning in Game 3 against the Drifters, where the Bend Elks were able to come back late. Coming set is Panis. 2-strike pitch. Got him swinging. Back to the changeup, and it's back-to-back punch-outs for Brennan Panis. Both via the swinging variety. And it brings up Aiden Tallarico. Bend Elks looking to get the offense going early. They played catch-up in a lot of moments in that Drifters series. First pitch runs outside. But that resilience, the ability to come back, ended up securing them the sweep, something they didn't do a whole lot last season with just one in the entire 2025 campaign. 1-0. Fastball misses down. Aiden Tallarico's been a tough out. 2 home runs is second most in the West Coast League in the opening weekend as he takes a hard hack at the 2-0 pitch and swings through it. Game 3, though, he was quiet. Panis comes set. Strictly out of the stretch, he works from the first base side as the 2-1's grounded foul near that Elks dugout. Base coaches, as always, for the Bend Elks, it's Johnny Kemp down there at third, and at first, it's Wes Harper, who's also the pitching coach. No David Diaz on this road trip. Just 3 total coaches making the trip. Panis is 1-2. Breaking ball misses a hair outside. The entirety of the Berries defense was walking off the field, but they will stay out there now. Aiden Tallarico looking to fight with 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. Fouled away. Aiden Tallarico continuing to battle. Spent last season at Florida Southwestern. An incredible campaign. 17 homers, 72 driven in, 20-plus stolen bases. And has already showcased all of those tools in just the first weekend in Bend. The payoff. Got him swinging again. Brennan Panis, in the first inning, strikes out the side of the Bend Elks and gives some momentum to Marion early. To the home half. You're listening to the Bend Elks YouTube page right here in Salem. Back here at Chemeketa Community College, Marion Berries coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for joining us. On the mound tonight for your Bend Elks, it's Ryan McDougal, if that name sounds familiar. He pitched last weekend in relief. First pitch is a fastball that runs in tight. He'll be going against the lineup of Sawyer Nelson, Evan Berg, Martin Serrano, Matthew Major, Gavin Price, Noah Scherer, Jake Dodge, Liam O'Connor, and Aukai Arujo-Waiau, as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Sawyer Nelson, a lot of speed at the top of this order for the Berries, tied for the league lead in stolen bases with 5 after the first weekend. McDougal looks in, is 1-1, misses high on the fastball. Ryan McDougal just wrapped up his freshman campaign at Benedictine College from Parker, Colorado. Winds at the belt, the 2-1. Breaking ball, misses high. You don't want to put a guy on like Sawyer Nelson for free with how often he swipes bases. All of that speed from the left side of the batter's box. All black bat, waggling it there. The 3-1. Fastball, cold, a strike on the inside corner. Was one of 4 members of the Benedictine baseball team to earn all Hart honors And Hart Freshman of the Year. First team as a pitcher. His 3-2. Got him swinging at the top of the zone with the fastball. And all 4 batters so far tonight on both sides have been retired via the punch-out. Now Evan Berg, the 2-hole bat for the Marion Berries. Berg, an outfielder from Kenner, Louisiana, attends Tulane. First pitch, slider, cold, a strike on the outside corner. The defense tonight, but behind Ryan McDougall, it's Eli Pupo in left, Tallarico in center, Nato in right. Then Ferruda and Goodman on the left side, Jones and Elrod on the right side, with Galvin doing the catching. 0-1, runs in tight, and it hit him. Looks like it got Evan Berg on that elbow guard from the righty box. And the first base runner is on via free pass. That was the storyline this last weekend for the Bend Elks, despite sweeping the Springfield Drifters, was allowing too many free passes. This is now Martin Serrano. First pitch. Fastball runs down and in tight. Looking for a ground ball to get out of this inning. Serrano from Pocatello High School, and if you're a Bend Elks fan, you probably remember this name because Serrano was a Cowlitz Black Bear in 2025. McDougall comes set. The 1-0, runner on the move, swung on and missed. Throw down to second on one hop, not in time. And Evan Berg swipes second. Berg with a good jump. McDougall just didn't look over his shoulder, and it ended up being an easy steal. So now runner in scoring position for Serrano. 1-1 with 1 out. The pitch home is a fastball that's fouled away just above the Bend Elks dugout off that netting and picked up by Kevin Ferruda in foul territory. That Cowlitz Black Bears team now discontinued. Cowlitz no longer in the West Coast League, so Serrano making his way to Salem. McDougall peek back at 2. Now the 1-2. Fouled away. Set up outside on a fastball. But Serrano just gets a piece. Big frame from the lefty box, 6'4", 210 pounds. Originally from Pocatello, Idaho, where he had an incredible high school career, batting .481 as a junior. The 1-2, runner's going to try to take third, and it's fouled back. That's Evan Burr looking to get aggressive on the base paths. As time is called, a baseball fell into shallow right field. This must have been from out of play. So Bend Elks right fielder Keenan Nato will toss it out there. And we'll do it again. McDougall looks in. 1-2, 1 out, no score. Just underway here in Marion. McDougall comes set. Couple of peeks back at 2. A look there, now the pitch home. Got him swinging. Went with a breaking ball in the dirt. Galvin's going to clean it up, throw to first in time on the drop third strike. And the second strikeout of the inning for Ryan McDougall. On McDougall's 2-strike pitch, he lifted his leg in the air, and while it was lifted, was staring Evan Berg back to the base. Almost a deceptive maneuver that forced Serrano to not pick it up, and it also kept Berg right where he's at. So Matthew Major will dig in. Marion needs a 2-out hit. McDougall's pitch. Berg's going to try to take third, but the first pitch to Major is sprayed foul and out of play. This Marion team really struggled offensively despite taking 2 out of 3 against Port Angeles in the opening series. Currently sits dead last in the West Coast League in batting average. 144 entering tonight. McDougal looking to escape an early jam. 0-1. Swung on and missed at the top of the zone. It's 0-2. That was just the heater straight away. And Galvin and crew might want to go right back to that. 0-2, 2 outs. The runner on second and Berg. 0-0. Still neither team to record a hit. Berg reached on the hit by pitch. Close it comes set. Peek back at Berg twice. A third time. Now the pitch. Goes to the off speed. A good block by Marcus Galvin. Catcher Marcus Galvin and I were chatting pregame a bit, and he really takes pride in that defensive side of the baseball. That's the beauty of catcher, the offense. If it just comes along for the ride, it's a plus. The 1-2 goes to that off speed. A good take from Major down and away. He wanted to offer at it, but wisely held up. It's Gavin Price on deck, then Noah Scher. McDougal comes set, third base side of the slab. His 2-2. Just at the base of the zone, and it missed. McDougal was walking off of the rubber, thought he had strike 3. But home plate umpire Derek Dunbar said, no, sir. Dunbar behind home plate. Perry Sheffield on the bases. Your umpire crew tonight. 3-2 with 2 outs. Good at bat here from Matthew Major. The pitch home. Berg's going to try to take third as it's chopped foul. And this at bat rolls on. Matthew Major just batting $167 entering tonight. 12 at bats, 2 hits, but does have 2 runs batted in that came over the weekend. Peek back at 2. We'll do the 3-2 again. Popped up foul, out of play down the right field line. And this at bat continues to move. Ryan McDougal cannot find that put away pitch, and it's allowing for Matthew Major to hang around. Here's the 3-2. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Matthew Major thought it was ball 4 and was halfway down to first. But Ryan McDougal strikes out the side. The Marion Berries strand a run on second. And all 6 outs of this game thus far have been put away via the K. To the second, all knotted up at 0. No score on the Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the second here at Chemeketa Community College. All knotted up at 0-0. Mason Elrod, Marcus Galvin, and Richie Klosik due up against the righty Brennan Panis. First pitch to Elrod is a fastball that runs in tight for a ball. Heart of this Elks order looking to get going and strike first in the first of three between the Berries and the Elks. These two had some battles a season ago in Marion's first year in the West Coast League. The 1-0. Fastball runs in tight. It kicked off the catcher and then the umpire in Derek Dunbar. And Dunbar will take a walk up first base a tad, shaking it off. Caught a bit of flesh, and that relationship always between catcher and umpire is a sweet one. As Serrano will give him a minute. Looked like it kicked off the glove of Serrano and then maybe got Dunbar on the left forearm. But regardless, Mason Elrod ahead 2-0 in the count. Panis is 2-0. Fastball swung on and missed. Mason Elrod, a heck of a hitter. He struggled so far as a Bend Elk, just swinging through a lot of pitches in the heart of the strike zone. But one of those guys that we know will get going sometime soon. And then at that point, there's really no looking back. The 2-1. Breaking ball. Misses just a hair high. As there's some groans from the Marion Berry faithful. Came here last year and had one game go all the way to the 13th inning, which required a Jace Miller home run for the Elks to lift themselves over the Berries, as the 3-1 breaking ball is called the strike on the inside corner. That game really encapsulated what this series felt like. Punch for punch, both teams finished with an identical record at the end of the season. And the difference, the Elks taken 4 out of 6 against the Berries, as the 3-2s popped up. Shallow left field. Aruja Wayal's going out. Nelson, also the shortstop, but Price, the left fielder, comes in and makes the catch as his purple hat falls to the turf. One gone, and that turns to Marcus Galvin. Marcus Galvin, a left-handed bat, catches right-handed, and ultra good defensively. But that bat, too, has come along for the ride. The first pitch is lined right at the second baseman in O'Connor, and he catches it on the fly. It was off the end of the bat at Galvin. It floated to O'Connor, and he caught it with ease for the second out. Richie Klosik, the batter now with 2 outs. Game moving along with both pitchers settling in early. First pitch home. Fastball runs down and in tight. Panis is 1-0. Fouled right back. Nice day today here in Salem. It's cloudy and there's some wind up here where we're sitting, but on the field, 77 degrees and should only get down to a low of around 68. 1-1 to Klosik. Misses down and outside. A good take from the man out of LMU. Had a good freshman campaign there, originally from Houston, Texas. Hit 3 homers with 20 driven in. 2-1. Chopped off the foot of Klosik. Count runs even at 2. The Elks, on the other hand, opposed to the Marion Berries, have been really good offensively in that opening series. On base and slugging percentage over 400, and that average just below 3. But Klosik chases the 2-2, and that will end the inning. Brennan Panis has 4 strikeouts through 2 innings and is carving up the Bend Elks here in Salem. Bottom 2 when we return. Bottom of the 2nd inning here in Salem, Oregon. Marion Berries, Bend Elks, game 1 of 3. The Elks have been getting carved up by right-hander Brennan Panis so far through 2 innings, as Ryan McDougall will get back out there for his 2nd inning of work. First batter is Gavin Price, and he'll blow a fastball by Price to open up the AB. Price, Scher, and Dodge do up this frame, 5, 6, and 7. The 0-1. Fastball's popped up, fouling out of play down the right field line. Ryan McDougall had a really good freshman campaign. I mentioned the honors earlier at Benedictine College, but 42 1/3, a 2.34 ERA with 56 Ks. 0-2. Breaking ball, check swing, did not go, and kicked off the leg guard of Galvin. Hear that. Marion Berries dugout. McDougall in the first got out of it with the runner in scoring position. 1-2 fastball's lined into right center field. It's down for a base hit. Tallarico's going to run after it, but it's going to roll all the way to the wall, and it's a stand-up double for Gavin Price. Found himself a barrel and a perfect swing to the opposite field. Turning the page to Noah Scher. Noah Scher, pair of hits in the opening weekend with 1 run batted in. McDougall in another jam. First pitch home. Scher will square to bunt. He'll get it down, but foul up the third baseline and kicked there by Ferruta. Decent crowd on hand tonight. A great night to watch some baseball, opening up a long road trip for the Bend Elks, who on the road last season were poor. Really never figured it out. Only 10-18 away from home. And were able to make the playoffs because of their success at Vince Skenna. The 0-1 will square to bunt again, pull back, and it will miss outside for a ball. Elks had their bunt defense on where Kevin Ferruta was staying home at third. So with Ryan McDougall falling off the left side of the rubber, that drag bunt is open if Scher gets it down in the right spot. McDougall's 1-1. will square around, pull back, and another ball. Whether it's mental or just more difficult, it seems like throwing strikes from time to time when a guy is squaring around is not an easy thing to do. Although you would almost think the exact opposite, considering a hitter is giving themselves up. McDougal comes set. 2 peaks at 2. Now the pitch. Fastball. Gets it down up the first base line. Elrod has to field it in fair territory. Throws to first. It hits off the runner and Scher. And everybody's safe. Moving up to third on the play is Gavin Price. And this is going to be a brutal error for Gavin Elrod as he threw it into the base runner with Braden Jones covering first. It was a really tough play for Mason Elrod, who had to hurry a perfect bunt for Noah Scher that just rested inside the first baseline. And Elrod couldn't do anything but pick it up and try to make a play. So runners on the corners with no outs for Jake Dodge. First pitch, cut on and missed. McDougal took a little off of that one, and he swung through it. Dodge, a West Coast League staple. Just 1 hit in 9 at-bats in that first series against Port Angeles. But a spot here to drive in a run. Long pause, the 0-1. Fastball's crushed into center field, but right at Tallarico. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Gavin Price. He will score with ease and stand in as the throw comes into the cutoff man. The Marion Berries strike first. An RBI sacrifice fly from Jake Dodge. And it's 1-0 Marion. Now Liam O'Connor. So early you can live with taking those outs for runs as the runner's going to try to take second. Galvin's going to throw it down to second, and they got him by a bunch. A swinging strike on Liam O'Connor, but a strike down to second from Marcus Galvin to nab Jake Dodge. Right on cue after highlighting Galvin's defense, he makes a gem of a play. The 0-1 swung on and missed. It's 0-2 to Liam O'Connor. So the Marion Berries, just a matter of moments ago, had all this momentum. And the Elks taking it right back. The 0-2 and nobody on. Breaking ball got him swinging. The 4th K for Ryan McDougal. And in the blink of an eye, literally, pitches out of a leadoff double jam by only allowing 1 run to score. Bringing some electricity into that Elks dugout as we roll on to the 3rd here in Salem. So the Marion Berries strike first in the bottom of the second on the RBI sac fly from Jake Dodge. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Elks this frame, who have been retired in order, as Goodman jumps on the first pitch, but lines it to straightaway center as Berg goes back 2 steps and makes the catch. 1 out. Kevin Ferruda was our bull of the game on Sunday evening, and now at bat against Brennan Panis with 1 out in the third. First pitch, slider down and away for a ball. Ferruda was a very unique bull of the game, had the game-winning sacrifice bunt that was thrown away by relief pitcher for the Drifters, Michael Klein. 1-0. Called a strike on the outside corner. And what makes that so interesting is it was predicated on Michael Klein simply throwing the baseball away. And Ferruda celebrated in between first and second on a walk-off error. The 1-1. Called a strike. Ferruda didn't agree, just got the outside corner. But earlier in the game also had a huge RBI double with 2 outs. That was in the 5th. Ended up being a big part of the difference. 1-2 breaking ball. Chops softly to the left side of the infield. Arujo Waiao will field it at third. Ranging to his left. Fire a strike to first. And there's 2 outs. So not only has Brennan Panis been amazing against the Elks, retiring 8 batters in a row, he has been ultra efficient. It feels like the top half of these innings are just flying by. Braden Jones rounds out the lineup for the Elks. First pitch is lined into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Price and Berg come over. It's Price fielding it in left, as Jones will slam on the brakes after taking a wide turn at first. The first hit of the night for the Bend Elks belongs to Braden Jones. That approach not changing one bit despite the Elks' lack of success in the first couple of frames. A clear scouting report to try to get to Brennan Panis, who prior only worked 1 inning in relief against Port Angeles. Now to the top with Keaton Nadeau. First pitch. Called a strike. Keaton Nadeau struck out his first time. Average lead off of first. The 0-1 grounded sharply to the shortstop, who is Nelson. He'll throw to second the easy way. And that will end the inning on a 6-4 putout. The Elks continue to swing early in counts, but have not found success. We're already through 2.5 to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Marion. Bottom of the third inning coming up. 9-1-2 due up for the Marion Berries. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for joining us on a Tuesday night from Salem. Bringing in the new month. Happy June. Alkai Arujo Wayal, WCL first team. Maybe the best name in the league. Stepping in, the man playing the hot corner, batting ninth against Ryan McDougall, who will wind and fire the first pitch, and it's grounded. Leaping grab by Kevin Ferruta on the high hop. Throw to first, one out. Kevin Ferruta, they call it the hot corner, was playing just in front of third base, not even with the bag, even closer. And on a high hop off the turf, jumped up, high backhander, and a good throw to first for a quick first out. To the top now. Sawyer Nelson. Pitch. Fastball misses high and away, 2-0. McDougall looks in. 2-0, 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Check swing on a pitch down. Peel down to the first base umpire, Perry Sheffield, in the bases. He says he did not go. First time through for Sawyer Nelson, he punched out. Guy you don't want to walk. Tied for the league lead in stolen backs. Here's the pitch. And he walked him on 4 pitches. Second free pass allowed for Ryan McDougall, and now speed on the bases for the Marion Berries. Brings up Evan Berg. Reached on the hit by pitch in his first at bat. McDougall comes home. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. Evan Berg, one of the few Marion Berries that had a big weekend with 4 hits, which currently leads the team. Nelson off of first, the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. Just 1 hit in this game, now in the 3rd inning. But the difference on the Elks side for Ryan McDougall has been those free passes and then a costly error by Mason Elrod. 2-0. Breaking ball, called a strike on the outside corner. All red bat from the righty box. Back foot on the back line. The 2-1. Misses low. It's 3-1. And this is something that Ryan McDougall has not struggled with, especially at school at Benedictine, is getting behind batters. But in his first outing with the Elks, he didn't record an out, and it was the same story. The 3-1. Ball 4. Missed outside on a breaking ball, and it's back-to-back walks to gift the Marion Berries a rally. Bringing up Martin Serrano, and just like that, Wes Harper, pitching coach for the Elks, has no choice but to come out and have a chat with the Bend Oaks right-hander. Looking back to that outing on Friday night, Ryan McDougall came in out of the bullpen and went 0.0 innings. 4 runs allowed, 2 hits, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. About as rocky as it could possibly get. It's that 5th inning, plated all 4 of the runs, and the Elks still somehow won that baseball game. Came back from down 7-1. Have done that all series long, but big jam here against a big bat and Martin Serrano. 2 runners on. The first pitch. Runs outside on a fastball. Serrano struck out in his first AB. Ground ball here would do wonders for the Bend Elks and get them out of this frame. Two peaks at 2. Now the 1-0. Grounded sharply at the second baseman on 2 hops and Jones. Flip to second for 1. Throw to first. Double play. Right on cue. A 4-6-3 double play gets the Bend Elks out of the inning unscathed. Jones to Goodman to Elrod. 1-0 Berries as we head to the 4th. Moving and grooving here at Chemeketa, top 4. 1-0 Marion Berries. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. The windy booth, we'll call it. Like we're in Chicago, outside to the left of the press box. But we're moving along. Pupo, Tallarico, Elrod this inning. 2, 3, and 4 against Brennan Panis. First pitch swung on and missed on a changeup on the outside corner. This has been fabulous from Brennan Panis. I'm not sure if the Elks just can't pick up the 5'10 righty, but he is chugging along and has only given up 1 hit. The 0-1 goes to the changeup. It's 1-1. He's been working a lot of these Bend Elks hitters backwards, starting them off with soft stuff and then coming back with the heater, and it's worked. Pupo's first time struck out. 1-1. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner. And this comes after a 1-10 career record in 2 years at Chaminade with a 6.6 ERA. 1-2. Change up, down and away. But coming from Hawaii, first team All-State by the Honolulu Star. Great player on the islands. 2-2. Outside. It's 3-2. You get Eli Pupo on, you also get speed on. As despite the Elks being controlled and put down for the majority of this game, still only down a run. 3-2. Outside, ball 4. The first time that Brennan Panis has walked a batter tonight comes against Eli Pupo, who will trot down to first. And now Aiden Tallarico will dig in. Eli Pupo caught up with him pregame, had that hustle infield single in the 9th inning of Sunday's contest. A lot of speed over there at first. First pitch to Tallarico. Misses in tight by a hair. Talk about a guy that has been killing it. Struck out in his first at-bat, but an average still well over 300 with 7 runs batted in. 1-0. Breaking ball, sky high to left field, but in the park. Price is there, circling under it. He'll reach up and make the catch for the first out. Tallarico just missed it, and he knows it too. Just a hair underneath it, and now it's Mason Elrod. A frustrated Aiden Tallarico walking back to the dugout, slams his bat on the ground as his teammates pick him up. Pupo average lead off at first. Panis comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded, foul up the third base line over the head of Johnny Kemp. Manager Alan Cox waiting in the wings, talking to Tallarico, a relationship that has lasted for a long, long time after Tallarico played for Alan Cox's post-grad in South Carolina, and now looking to go to the Power 4 level. Throw over to check on Pupo, back with the dive. A lot of speed over there at first. Dancing off of there. Long pause from Panis. The 0-1. Breaking ball called a strike. A filthy slider that folded over the inner third of the plate. First time through for Mason Elrod. He flew out to the left fielder in Price. 0-2, 1 out, 1-0 Berries top 4. The pitch home is a slider that runs outside. And an easy take for Elrod. Elrod out of Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida, from Miami. Had a good year batting over 300 where he slugged 500. Panis is 1-2. Fastball grounded softly to the left side. Fielded by Aruja Waiau. He goes to second for one. Throw to first, not in time. It's a 5-4 fielder's choice. And Elrod reaches safely at first. Time is called as Marion's manager is going to come and have a chat with Derek Dunbar. The discussion here is if Eli Pupo slid too hard into second, where this would be an automatic double play in an attempt to break it up. And with that, Derek Dunbar, after consoling with the Marion manager, is going to go and have a chat with Perry Sheffield, and they're just going to move on. It was truly a 2-second conversation. Did you see it? Nope. All right, let's keep going. And with 2 outs, it'll be Marcus Galvin, the batter. Galvin with the tall lefty stance. All black bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball runs outside, and it gets by the catcher in Serrano. Moving up on the play is Mason Elrod. And the Elks have the runner in scoring position now in the 4th. I wonder what this is going to go down as, because Serrano set up inside. Reached across his body and couldn't catch it. It definitely was a ball that should have been caught, but I don't know if it warrants a pass ball. Panis, 2 looks back at 2 now. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Marcus Galvin flipped one to the second baseman who caught it on the fly in O'Connor in his first at-bat. Has 3 runs batted in. Second on the team and RBI. 2-0. Check swing on a changeup that missed low. Appeal down to Sheffield. He says he did not go. The at-bat continues to roll on. Klosick on deck, then Will Goodman. Elks down 1-0. Still with just 1 hit. Panis is 3-0. Outside ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Marcus Galvin, and the second walk of the inning has the Elks in business for Richie Klosick. And time is called as Martin Serrano will go out and have a chat with Brennan Panis. We've got the small, loud section of Marion Berry fans that are electric on this Tuesday night. Bring in the energy. They've done a lot of amazing things to this Chemekka Community College field. Putting in all new AstroTurf. And making this a real home for the Marion Berries. Second year in the West Coast League. First pitch to Klosik. Fastball runs in tight and it hit him. 3 free passes in the inning have loaded the bases for the Bend Elks. And Will Goodman is going to get a chance to hit with them loaded. Brennan Panis has looked so comfortable and completely in a rhythm up until this 4th inning, where he has really started to lose it. And now it's Will Goodman, who flew out his first time. Man from Bend out of Pepperdine. First pitch, big looping breaker. That's called a strike down the heart of the plate. Goodman almost gave up on it with how much movement it had. Out of Pepperdine University. Panis comes set. 0-1. Outside and missed, and it goes by the catcher in Serrano. Elrod's going to come in and score. The game is tied at 1. Galvin moves up to third. Klosik moves up to second. And the wild pitch ties this game. Miscue after miscue. The Marion Berries shooting themselves in the foot in the 4th. But the Elks aren't done yet. A base hit would give them the lead. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. You don't want to miss out on opportunities with 2 runners in scoring position. Goodman has a run batted in on the air. 2-1. Fastball misses down. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Kevin Ferruta waits on deck, and then Braden Jones after him. Goodman has the ability now to sit dead red on 1 pitch, 1 spot. Here it comes. Miss is inside, ball 4. The 4th free pass of the inning. 3 walks and a hit by pitch. This entire rally has been predicated on the lack of command from Brennan Panis that's come out of nowhere. A guy that had only given up 1 hit in 3 innings of work. And it came against the 9-hole bat. Started off the game with 8 straight retired. But in this 4th, something has changed. You know, they say that second time through the order sometimes is enough for a team to get to a pitcher. Or maybe in this case, enough for the pitcher to lose command entirely. As a mound meeting ensues. Now broken up. And Kevin Ferruta will get a chance to hit with them loaded. Runner on third is Galvin. On second is Klosik. On first is Goodman with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Ferruta is a fastball that misses inside. Kevin Ferruta grounded out in his first AB to the third baseman and Aruja Wayao. Chance to do some damage and blow this game open. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. Kevin Ferruta currently in the transfer portal. Looking for that next opportunity and has already made the most of his chance in Bend. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball grounded, foul up the third baseline, but barely. As Aruja Wayao gave it a look. We're talking a couple feet from that being a 2 RBI double and changing the complexion of this game. Could have even brought in 3 if Will Goodman got a good jump and it rattled in the corner. Still a hitter's count for Kevin Ferruta. The 2-1. Breaking ball's crushed into left center field. Is anybody there? The dive, there's not. One run's going to score. So will Klosik. Goodman gets the wave around third. A base is clearing. 3 RBI double from Kevin Ferruda. And the game is blown wide open. 4-1 Elks. The big swing comes from Kevin Ferruda, and Brennan Panis' night is done. A hanging breaking ball that Ferruda clobbered, and Gavin Price in left field gave it a diving effort, still recovering from having the wind knocked out of him. But Kevin Ferruda split the gap, did the job, and all 3 runs scored. Brennan Panis coming into the 4th inning didn't envision anything like that. And he exits with the Elks on top 4-1. New arm coming in when we return on the Bend Elks YouTube. New arm in for the Marion Berries. It's the righty Dax Teixeira. As Braden Jones will step up against him. In case you missed it, Kevin Ferruda, with the bases loaded and 2 outs, delivers a bases clearing double. And the Elks are on top 4-1. First pitch to Jones is a fastball. Called a strike on the outside corner. This is the 8th batter of the inning for the Bend Elks. Braden Jones had the first hit of the game for Bend. A 1-heater misses outside. It's 1-1. Kevin Ferruda, 2 consecutive games coming up with a huge 2-out hit. How about that? 1-1 to Jones. Check swing on a breaking ball down and in as it misses there. Dax Teixeira, 6'5", 205-pound righty from Beaverton, Oregon, goes to Lynn Benton Community College. His 2-1 is grounded. Past the dive of Jake Dodge. He nabs it, though. Throw to first is high. Past the covering pitcher in Teixeira. Ferruda's going to come in and score, and the Elks lead 5-1. This is going to go down as a single, and then an error on Jake Dodge, who dove, missed it momentarily, then nabbed it, and his throw to first to the covering pitcher in Teixeira was too high. A run scores there, and we're back to the top of the order with Keaton Nadeau. First pitch to Nadeau's called a strike at the base of the zone. A 5 spot in the 4th inning for these Elks. has changed this game entirely. NATO's 0 for 2. 0-1 is cut on and miss. Nothing in 2. And Braden Jones putting the ball in play. Critical in that reverse leadoff spot. Teixeira comes set. His 0-2. Got him looking on the inside corner. And that will end the inning. All 9 batters come to the plate for the Bend Elks. But Kevin Ferruta with the big swing. A 3 RBI double with 2 outs. Plates each run. And then the Elks add one on after Braden Jones puts a ball in play. Jake Dodge makes a throwing error. Bend in control. As we head to the home half of the 4th here on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bend Elks lead 5-1. How about that 4th inning? A 5 spot for the Elks. Thanks to a Kevin Ferruta 3 RBI double. Jones puts the ball in play, a throwing error, and now the Elks in firm control as McDougal's first pitch to Matthew Major. Check swing and a miss. 0-1. Major struck out looking in the first. McDougal still rolling. His 0-1, big breaking ball and a pearl on the outside corner. A curveball with what looked to be 12-6 action. Finally settling in is McDougal. The 0-2, breaking ball, got him looking. And Matthew Major couldn't get the bat off his shoulders. Just a check swing. Completely fooled. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 5 strikeouts for Ryan McDougal. And the batter is Gavin Price. First pitch. Misses high on a ball. There's been so much resilience from this Bend Elks group just to start this season. Something we didn't see in 2025. 1-0. Misses low. Especially on the road. There would be a lot of early leads last year where the Elks would, frankly, just lie down, resulting in that 10-18 road record. But you wouldn't see a 5 spot in one frame as the breaking ball is called a strike. 2-1. Gavin Price, the lone hit for the Marion Berries, had a leadoff double in the second. McDougal winds his 2-1. Breaking ball called a strike. It's 2-2. That pitch has been working all night long, and he just keeps going back to it. Why wouldn't you? Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball misses low. It's a curveball with 12-6 action that you could also maybe call a slurve, with not only its angle working vertically but horizontally at the same time. A wind in the 3-2. Fastball grounded sharply, and it's through the 5-6 hole for a 1-out single. Gavin Price, the lone offense tonight for the Marion Berries. I was going to say some Bend Elks starting to stretch in the bullpen. They're just playing hacky sack, staying loose. I guess that's warming up in a sense, for sure. Now Noah Scher, who reached on an error. His first time. McDougall's pitch. Misses low. Noah Scher from right here in Salem, Oregon, goes to Lynn Benton Community College and graduated from South Salem in 2025, where he was a second-team All-State outfielder as a junior. 1-0. Misses down and away, kicks off the gear of Galvin, but he's able to keep it in front of him. Great job on the block. Noah Scher had that bunt after the leadoff double for Gavin Price that just sat inside the first baseline. Mason Elrod picked it up, and on the throw to first, it hit off of Scher. 2-0. Misses low. Another good block by Galvin. He is doing work back there. Not only is that bat there for Noah Scher, but in 2026 was an NWAC Golden Glove outfielder. 3-0. Fastball up and away, ball 4. We're now turning the page to Jake Dodge with 1 out and runners on first and second. A leadoff strikeout looking for Ryan McDougall to Matthew Major, and then a single for Price and a walk to Scher. Pitch to Jake Dodge is a fastball that misses in tight. Jake Dodge, the cowboy they call him, had an RBI sac fly in the second to plate the lone run for the Berries and finds himself in another RBI opportunity. The 1-0. Swung on and missed on a changeup on the outer third. Dodge was looking to do damage. Swung out of his shoes. "17 games for MSU Denver in 2026 for Dodge. The 1-1. Swung on and missed again. Same pitch, same results. In those 17 games for Dodge, went 3 for 20 with a homer. And if you know the Cowboy too, back in 2024, he was a Bend Elk. 20 games for Springfield in 2022. He's been in the WCL for a while. As the 2-strike pitch misses inside, and both runners are going to steal a base. That was simply Ryan McDougall forgetting about the base runners. And both Gavin Price and Noah Scher catch him napping on a slider in tight. 2-2 with 1 out, 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position. And the Elks infield will stay back. Bottom of the 4th, 1 gone. McDougall comes home. Misses low, full count. O'Connor on deck, Aruja Wayal waiting in the wings. The bottom of this order, 7, 8, and 9. Slight shift in the hole for Jones, who's playing in shallow right. 3-2. Check swing, misses low, ball 4. And they're loaded with 1 out. This is similar to what we saw at a Brennan Panis, where it all was going right for Ryan McDougall, and then the 4th inning strikes. A leadoff strikeout, then a single and back-to-back walks make it 5 free passes for McDougall. The batter, Liam O'Connor. Pitch, fastball, groove down the middle and called a strike. When McDougal was in need of a ground ball in the third inning, he got one, a 4-6-3 double play to end the frame. Looking for another here with them loaded. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Nothing in two as Galvin keeps the ball in front of him, then bounded off the turf. O'Connor struck out in the second. McDougal's 0-2. Goes to the 12-6 curveball, and it runs high. O'Connor at Willamette. The 1-2. Breaking ball, got him swinging. McDougal goes back to the off speed, and he got O'Connor to chase. There's 2 outs. So Alkai Arujo-Wayao will be the batter with 2 outs in the frame. Berries need a critical knock, or McDougal escapes again. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball's lined into left center field, and it's down for a hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Scherer. He will score. And right behind him is Jake Dodge. Do you believe it? A bases clearing 3 RBI double for the Berries. And Alkai Arujo-Wayao makes it 5-4. Unbelievable. It's like you're living Groundhog Day in the 4th inning in the top and bottom half with McDougal and Panis both on cruise control. And they hit this frame, and the same thing happens. A 2-out, 3 RBI double. To the top with Sawyer Nelson. And they both came from a man in the bottom of the order. Kevin Fruta on the Elks side and Alkai Arujo-Wayao on the Berries side. Nelson's 0 for 1 with a walk, and he'll take high. Elks still lead, just 5 hits combined and 9 total runs scored. The 1-1. Down and in tight for a ball. Still no one tossing in that Elks bullpen. They're letting McDougal go. When you have a 6-game road trip, 6 consecutive days, the Elks need as much length out of their starters as they can get. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing on a ball that misses high. It's 3-1. Sawyer Nelson attends LMU. As time is now called on the 3-1, and Marcus Galvin, as well as Will Goodman, the shortstop, will meet McDougal out there on the rubber. They'll depart. Tough customer with Sawyer Nelson, a man that was originally committed to Washington, flipped his commitment to LMU, where he ended up playing in 2026. But a highly touted player out of South Salem High School, 2026 perfect game preseason all-region team. The 3-1 in Nelson is a heater that's called a strike. So McDougal gets back into the zone. He's looking for one more of those. Clouds heavy overhead. The 3-2. Fastball's popped up just over my head and into the parking lot. You hope no car gets plunked. It's knocked down by a tree and falls softly onto the grass. McDougal working hard this frame. Each out much more difficult to get. The 3-2 again. Fastball, ball 4. And it's been the same story. It's all been because of the free pass. And the walks starting off the hardship. As now Wes Harper wants a mound visit. And we'll get some tossing in the Bend Elks bullpen. As soon as we get a name, we'll let you know. This leash quite long for the Bend Elks on McDougal, and the logical guess in this scenario would be that you need length. There's only so many arms that made the trip with the Bend Elks. They need as much as they can possibly get. That is, to Sawyer Nelson, walk number 5 on the night for Ryan McDougal. It's been the two sides of pitching. Yes, he has 5 walks, but also 6 strikeouts. Evan Berg, the best hitter for the Berries so far this year. We'll dig in with 2 outs. McDougal not done yet. Back at 2 now, the pitch. Swung on and missed at a pitch down and in tight. These summer ball games are marathons. When you think you're rolling and it's moving fast, how about an 8-run 4th inning that's not done yet? Oh, 1. Breaking ball, a pearl, called a strike at the belt, and it's 0-2. Just like that, Ryan McDougal's 1 strike away from getting out of it. Long look into his catcher and Marcus Galvin. From that third base side of the slab will come set. Peek back at Arujawayao at second. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Did he go? He did not. That was a close one, and it felt like one that maybe even could have been called by Derek Dunbar behind home plate. The tough thing with just a 2-man umpire crew is the appeal with runners on base is to a base umpire that's just beyond the mound. That probably can see the check swing worse than the home plate umpire. McDougal's 1-2. Breaking ball, misses low. This time, Berg absolutely holds up. In an account where McDougal was well ahead, now the plot thickens a bit. A tumultuous 4th inning rolls on. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. McDougal fires and misses high. Payoff pitch coming up. This is a grueling one. Looking to find a way to escape is Ryan McDougal on an island out there on the bump. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball's crushed into right field, falling fast. It's down for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. The runner behind him almost runs through the stop sign in Sawyer Nelson. He stops at first, but they throw it to third and throw it away. Now Sawyer Nelson's running to the plate. The throw in time. Kevin Ferruta lost a ball on a hectic relay. Past third base, picked it up there, threw it home. Marcus Galvin applied the tag on Sawyer Nelson, who was tagged at home plate. But the game is tied at 5. Unbelievable sequence. Let's recap it for you because I feel like even in the moment I didn't fully comprehend it. It was a fastball that was flared into right field. Picked up by Keaton Nadeau. He threw it in to the cutoff man after the runner in Arujawayao easily scored. Then that cutoff man, which I believe was Braden Jones at second, threw it to third to try to backpick Sawyer Nelson, who took a wide turn around there. threw it by third. Kevin Ferruta picked it up beyond the bag, and then Sawyer Nelson tried to score and was thrown out at the plate. I hope that checked the boxes for all of you guys wanting to know what it looked like visually. 5-5. Top 5 coming up. 9 total runs in the fourth. Welcome to the West Coast League. We're back after this. Already on to the top of the 5th inning, starting with Eli Pupo as the first pitch fastball will miss outside. That 4th inning took a long, long time, and now the Elks looking to settle in and get back on top. 1-0 to Pupo is a heater that's called a strike. Still working for the Berries is Dax Teixeira. His 1-1. Pupo squares to bunt, pulls back, fastball, misses. High and away. Dax Teixeira coming into tonight, 2 appearances with a 4.5 ERA in just 2 innings of work. 2-1 heater, called a strike at the knees. Pupo didn't love it. And we're even at 2-2. The beef of this order, Pupo, Tallarico, Elrod, 2, 3, and 4. Teixeira's 2-2. Runs outside. Pupo had a good at-bat in the 4th inning, that frame where the Elks pushed across 5, where he ended up working a walk. Bright neon green spikes from the lefty side of the box, red batting gloves. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Another walk for Eli Pupo. Becoming an on-base machine. And Aiden Tallarico will get a chance to bat with a runner on base. Any chance you get to give Tallarico, even in his small sample size, a chance to hit with the runner on is a great thing. He waggles the bat from the right side. Pitch home. Misses high. The lone 2 home runs for the Bend Elks so far in 2026, granted we're just 3 games in, have come via Aiden Tallarico. The 1-0. Lined. Caught by Aruja Wayal, leaping at third. Throwback to first to try to double up. Eli Pupo's not in time, but an incredible play by Alkai Aruja Wayal, taking away a hit from Aiden Tallarico. Simply unlucky, and one you tip the cap at. Now Elrod will take a fastball up and in tight. He was in on the turf, and granted this whole field is turf, but the green part of it that acts like grass, and they call it the hot corner, leaped into the air and made a catch. The 1-0. Fastball misses in tight. Pupo's going to try to take second. The throw down there, not in time and not close. Eli Pupo with another stolen base. Pitch low. Misses there. Pupo's going to try to take third on the wild pitch. It's not in time. Eli Pupo with aggressive base running, and it pays off. Going from first to third in a matter of moments. He stole second relatively easily as Serrano's throw was way offline. And then on a wild pitch, took third. Infield stays back, 3-0 count to Elrod. Misses, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and this offense for the Elks continues to be a powerhouse. Marcus Galvin will be the batter. For Marion's sake, not the end of the world, a walk in that case, because it sets up the double play. Teixeira comes set, his pitch is a fastball that's called a strike on the outside corner. Pupo at third, Elrod at first. Top of the 5th, all tied up at 5. 0-1, 1 out. To Marcus Galvin. The delivery, grounded softly to the left side of the infield. Fielded on the backhand by Nelson. His only play is to first, and that brings in a run. An RBI ground out for Marcus Galvin. He'll get a round of applause for that. And the Elks are back on top, 6-5. Just a good at-bat going to the other side of the infield, and Nelson had no chance but to get Galvin at first. Now it's Richie Klosik, who will take a strike on the inside corner. Galvin's been great at that, just putting the ball in play, and that's why he's second on the team in runs batted in. That was his 4th. 0-1 to Klosik is down and away for a ball. Elrod moved up to second on that. Chance to get more if you're the Elks. The 1-1 to Klosik. Fastball grounded softly. Arujawayao coming in. He has to field it with the bare hand. Throw to first on one hop, and he got him. The inning of defense for Alkai Arujawayao with a leaping grab for the first out to rob Aiden Talarico of extra bases. And then a bare-handed throw on the run, a one-hop strike to end the frame and get Richie Klosik at first. But the Elks, capitalizing on 2 walks by Dax Teixeira, have an RBI ground out from Marcus Galvin. 6-5, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Your Elks on top. Back here at Chemeketa Community College, thanks so much for taking some time out of your Tuesday night. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. Elks Berries. Thank you to our lovely producer, Pierce Gordon, who couldn't join me here on the road trip, but he made this stream loop. So if you're wondering, why is the screen moving? Why do those logos look so beautiful? Shout out Pierce. He's the man. New pitcher for the Elks, Cade Finazzo. Now in the game, the first we've seen of Cade, 6'4", 220-pound righty, sophomore out of Cal State San Bernardino. He transferred from Cal Baptist, and this last year 9 1/3 with Cal State San Bernardino, a 10.6 ERA. His first pitch misses down for a ball. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Get you the batter momentarily here. Could be a substitution. 1-1. Change up. Misses in tight by a hair for a ball. This is Martin Serrano. As he'll cue one foul. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evan Berg was the final out of the last inning. And the reason I lost track there was because it was the single that brought in a run. And then the putout was something crazy. I would like the stat guy to figure that out. The 2-2 is lined into left center field. Tallarico moving over. He can't get there. Serrano's going to hit first and head to second. Tallarico's throw goes into the cutoff man. It's a leadoff double for the Oregon State backstop. That was a perfect textbook piece of hitting for Martin Serrano. And just like that, the Berries have the tying run in scoring position again. Matthew Major, the batter, struck out twice. Fasano's pitch is cued foul up the first base line. Fanazzo also, along with his pitching at Cal State San Bernardino, had 3 at-bats and went 1 for 3 with a double. I wouldn't call that a two-way guy entirely, but a double means something. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Matthew Major all night has been way out in front on anything off-speed. Already with 2 strikeouts, one of the looking variety, or rather both looking. Fanazzo's 0-2. Outside, and it gets by Marcus Galvin. Moving up to third is Martin Serrano. The Berries have the tying run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 5th. Fanazzo from Highland, California. 5 relief appearances with CBU as a freshman. 6.23 ERA and 4 1/3 there. The 1-2 misses down and away, requiring a brilliant block from Marcus Galvin to keep it in front of him. He's doing work. The infield stays back. 2-2 with no outs. Fanazzo's pitch. Check swing, he went around, strike 3. On a slider down and away. Matthew Major has a hat trick already in the 5th. This will bring up Gavin Price, who's been the best hitter of the night for the Marion Berries. A double and a single. Fanazzo's pitch. Down and away on a breaking ball. Goodman playing Price deep in the left field hole, but relatively straight up. Everybody is across the board. 1-0. Outside. You never want to give a guy too much respect, especially early on in the season, but with how Price has been hitting tonight, Elks might not want to mess with him. Fanazzo's 2-0. Fastball lined up the middle. He's done it again. Coming in to score is Martin Serrano. A 3-hit night. 3 for 3 is Gavin Price. This one an RBI single. 6-6 their score. Berries out hitting the Elks by 4, but we're tied. Finazzo's first pitch to Scher misses in tight. It's been a weird one so far tonight. Scher's reached twice. 1-0 misses up and away. And has reached twice without recording a hit. The Elrod error in the second he got on after bunting the ball and then walked his last time. 2-0, 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. It's 2-1. Looking to roll 2. Ground ball to get the Elks out of this inning. The 2-1. Breaking ball's popped up. Shallow right field. Going out is Jones. Coming in is Nato. And Jones somehow makes an acrobatic catch over his right shoulder, falling to the turf. An incredible play that looked like it was going to get into that Bermuda Triangle between Tallarico, Nato, and Jones. And Jones saves the day. A great play, ranging out of his natural spot a second. 2 outs. And the first pitch to Dodge was a broken bat flare into shallow right. It's down for a base hit. Nato picks it up. His throw to third goes by Kevin Ferruta, and now they're going to try to take third. But the man's caught up in a rundown. Finazzo to Goodman. Throw back to third. Tag applied. Inning over. Poor base running from Gavin Price, who's hung up in between second and third on a bloop single from Jake Dodge. It got by Kevin Ferruta on a bad throw from Keaton Nato. But fortunately for Kevin Ferruta, who it went by at third, it kicked off the net, right back to him. And I have no idea what Gavin Price was thinking. He was halfway off of second, and it was an easy step and throw, simple rundown. And the Berries rally that they had, all for naught. But they do get one on that RBI from Gavin Price. All knotted up at 6 to the 6th on the Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the 6th inning here in Salem, all knotted up at 6. Goodman, Ferruta, and Jones due up for the Bend Elks against the new arm in Ryan Hockman as the first pitch is sprayed foul and out of play. Time is called after that. It could have to do with, I'm not sure. If they're using PitchCom, that would make sense because Ryan Hockman was adjusting something with his hat. Serrano went out, and now they'll depart together. Goodman looking to get things going. Hockman, the 0-1. Is lined into right field, slicing away from the right fielder, and Major, he dives and makes the catch. Taking away extra bases from Goodman. That ball was slicing hard down the right field line, and a difficult play from Major, who makes the grab. Now Kevin Ferruta will take a strike on the first pitch home. Ryan Hochman entering tonight, 3 innings pitched so far this year, 2 appearances with 3 ERA and 4 punch-outs. 0-1. Ferruta takes a big breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-2. And Hochman not shying away from working quickly. Right back on the rubber. And as soon as Ferruta steps in the box, he's ready to go. The wind and the 0-2. Misses high on the breaking ball there. Two-strike pitch, ground ball sharply to his counterpart, Arujo Wayal. Strong throw to first, in time, and there's 2 gone. That has been a storyline in itself tonight. The 2 men at the hot corner have traded blows and almost identically. It's been a peculiar game and an alignment by the baseball gods, as Jones will chop one on a couple of hops to the second baseman in O'Connor. His throw to first will end the inning. I'll talk more about what I mean when we return. The Elks go down in order. Bottom 6. After this, all tied at 6 on the Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the 6th inning. Marion Berries, Bend Elks, tied at 6. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. The first of 6 straight on the road. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got a good one tonight to open up the trip. And Liam O'Connor will dig in against Christian Estep, the new righty for the Elks, as the first pitch is fouled away just beyond home plate. Christian Estep, 1 appearance so far with the Elks. He went 1 inning. That came back in the opener. The 0-1 to O'Connor. Misses down low. Estep went 2 innings in that ball game. 1 run allowed, 2 hits, 3 Ks, and 1 walk. Man out of Rogers State originally from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1-1. Heater misses low. O'Connor's been down by way of the K twice tonight. 8-9-1 for the Berries. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Was way out in front of a fastball. At Rogers State for Estep. An 8.71 ERA and 10 1/3. 10 Ks to 9 walks. But a big husky righty. 6'3", 230. The 2-2. Heater's grounded. Softly to Will Goodman at short on a couple of hops. So field, throw to first, and just got the speedy Liam O'Connor to open up the bottom of the 6th. Bringing up Alkai Oruja-Wayao. And a perfect time to go back to that storyline of what I meant about these two men on the hot corner telling tonight's story. Not only are they both playing third, but they're both towards the bottom of the lineup and have come up with critical hits in identical fashion. Estep winds his first pitch. Misses low. In the 4th inning, Kevin Ferruta came up with 2 outs. The third baseman for the Elks delivered a 2-out, 3 RBI double. When Oruja-Wayao came up in the 4th inning with 2 outs and the bases loaded, he delivered a 2-out, 3 RBI double. The 1-0. Fastball misses high. And on top of that, both men at third, both with the exact same big hit. They also both have made brilliant defensive plays at third base, telling the story. The 2-0 misses high. To rob Aiden Talarico of extra bases, Oruja-Wayao leaped in the air in the 5th and made a catch at third base. And earlier in the contest, Kevin Ferruta made a web gem as the 3-0 pitch is called a strike. That web gem from Ferruta was on a high hop, falling away and threw a 1-hop strike to Mason Elrod at first. The 3-1. Grounded. Softly. Coming into Ferruta. He fields it on the run. The throw to first in time. This is becoming a quite funny joke from the baseball gods to align these third basemen together on so many different occasions. And each one of their last 2 at-bats for both of them. What did Kevin Ferruta do? He grounded out to Oruja-Wayao, and then Oruja-Wayao just grounded out to Ferruta. To the top of the order with Sawyer Nelson. Two gone, nobody on, bottom 6. Estep rolling along as the 1-0 fastball is called a strike at the base of the zone. Working quick. Now Estep's 1-1. Goes to the breaking ball, then misses low. Primarily seen Estep with 2 pitches tonight, a fastball and a curveball. 2-1. That one with more of sliding action as it misses low. Gotta come in. Nelson's already walked twice. Wind in the 3-1. Inside, ball 4. For the 3rd consecutive plate appearance, Sawyer Nelson has walked. Not a recipe you want to get into to the leadoff batter in any case. Evan Berg will bat with 2 outs. Has reached in all 3 plate appearances. Estep comes set. The pitch home. Misses low. This would be a time for the Marion Berries to maybe try to send Sawyer Nelson. Enter tonight tied for the league lead in stolen bases. With such a good bat up and Evan Berg And knowing that even if Nelson were to get thrown out, Berg would lead off the next inning. And he does go right on cue. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second. On one hop, it kicks off the runner into shallow center. And Nelson swipes his 6th bag of the night. Berg with another RBI opportunity with that stolen base. Estep's 1-1. Fastball grounded on one hop sharply to Goodman at short. He fields it, throws to first, and the Bend Elks get out of the inning. On a scorcher to Will Goodman, he handled it without a problem. And Kristen Estep gets a big 0 in the 6th. These teams are trading blows. All knotted up. Heading to the 7th inning here on the Bend Oaks YouTube page. Top of the 7th inning. Bend Oaks coming up. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth. We're tied at 6. Top of the order, Keaton Nadeau getting us going. First pitch fastball, chopped off himself in the box. Nadeau, Pupo, Tallarico, a chance for the Elks to get that lead right back in this back and forth affair that's difficult to read. Ryan Hockman still going. 0-1. Big looping breaker misses up. Ryan Hockman from right here at Chemeketa. The 1-1. Fastball grounded right back up the middle and through for a base hit. Keaton Nadeau gets things kick-started here in the 7th with a lead-off single. He has been hitting the ball really well. And you wonder, with the sure-handed Eli Pupo, runner on first, no outs, if the Elks think about bunting. Arujo Ayala might think so, as he's in at third, as the first pitch fastball is up and in tight. Pupo does not square around, though. We'll see if they go back to it. You got Aiden Tallarico on deck. The 1-0 does not square, and he swings through it. Pupo has walked in 2 consecutive plate appearances and also has stolen a base. Hockman working quick. We'll throw over to check on Nadeau, who's back with the dive. Keaton Nadeau was crazy on the bases last game with 2 bags, and he'll go on a breaking ball that misses up and in. The throw down to second, not in time. It's high, and Keaton Nadeau has stolen another base, putting the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hockman is truly working at rapid speed. You can't collect your thoughts. The 2-1 to Pupo. Fastball misses outside. Keaton Nadeau already in just his 2nd game as a Bend Elk. One of the best base stealers. The 3-1 to Pupo's lined. Into left field with some backspin, but Price is under it. He'll make the catch. Throw it into the cutoff man. And there's one gone as Keaton Nato is forced to stay at second. It was a good barrel off the crack of the bat, but died as soon as it got in the air. Now it's Aiden Tallarico. The bat you want up here with the runner on second. Just one out in the 7th. Hawkman's pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball that misses down and outside. Tallarico's been quiet the last 2 games. 0 for 3 tonight after his monster game on Saturday. The 1-0. Fastball in tight. But we know, and everybody does if you've watched him, what this man is capable of. One of the more gifted players in summer ball. The 2-0. Misses away. And with an open base for the Marion Berries, there's no reason to give Tallarico any pitch to hit. With how he's been seeing it, you'd expect him to get a green light on the 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball he does, and he lines it into left field for a base hit. Getting the stop sign at third is Nato as the throw goes into Arujo Wayao, and Tallarico with his 3-0 green light comes up with a knock. A great barrel into left, and a wise stop sign for Johnny Kemp with just 1 out. Bringing up Mason Elrod. Mason Elrod, who's been laboring a bit, has been looking for that one hit to turn things around, and he's got a shot here. Hawkman's pitch is a fastball that's called a strike. Hawkman working quick. The 0-1. Breaking ball fouled away. Elrod quickly down 0-2. One hit in each of the first 2 games of the Drifters series. The 0-2 is lined deep down the left field line, hooking foul. On the move, on the pitch, was Aiden Tallarico, who will have to trot on back to first. The ball in the outfield would do a job here for the Elks, and would bring in that go-ahead run. 0-2. Breaking ball, chopped foul. Elrod keeps on battling. He's been good in these spots in his career. RBI machine at USC Union and 16 at Rollins. 0-2's grounded though, softly, back to Hawkman. He'll field, go to second for 1, throw to first, double play! And although the Elks had runners on the corners with 1 out, they cannot score. The struggles for Mason Elrod continue on the 1-4-3 double play to end the inning. A battle that does not go Elrod's way, and he's going to be kicking himself. A huge missed opportunity for Bend. Stretch time here in Salem. It's 6-6. The fans have stretched. Bottom of the 7th inning. 6-6 the score. The Bend Elks with a huge missed opportunity in the top of the 7th. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and could not score. Noble Ortega, the new pitcher in for the Bend Elks, as his first pitch fastball will miss outside. Serrano, Major, and Price do up this frame. Noble Ortega. 1-0. Grounded softly, high up the middle. Fielded on the run is by Goodman. Throw to first in time. A heck of a play by Will Goodman, who's been flashing the leather all night over there at short. Now Matthew Major, who struck out all 3 plate appearances. First pitch is crushed deep down the right field line and foul. Got good wood on it though, but just trailed out. Noble Ortega, the southpaw from Fresno City College, but currently in the transfer portal. That teal glove on the right hand as he faces Matthew Major straight on. Deal 1. Change up, just a hair low. Galvin tried to bring it up, but it was called a ball. Pierce was showing it on the broadcast the other night, but Noble Ortega sets up almost like a softball pitcher. Straight on with the catcher. An intimidating presence. 1-1, back to the changeup, and it's just as good. This time in the strike zone. Matthew Major looking to avoid the elusive golden sombrero. That breaking ball misses up and away. And infamous. One thing a player never wants to get. 4 strikeouts in a game. Noble Ortega rolling along here on a Tuesday night. The 2-2. Change-up grounded, high hop, pass Ferruta, fielded deep in the hole by Goodman. Throw across the diamond, not in time. Goodman gave it the best effort he possibly could. But a hit nonetheless. And Gavin Price, who has owned these Elks, digs in with a runner on base. Noble Ortega, a two-way guy, but more dominant on the mound for sure. I think he would agree with that as well. A great arm. First pitch home, fastball, called a strike on the outside corner. Noble, a soft-spoken guy, but an ultra competitor. Loves going out there, especially in big moments like this. Long pause. The 0-1. Change up, just a hair away. It's now 1-1. Fastball up and away. Gavin Price, a double and a pair of singles so far tonight. 2-1, 1 out, runner on first. Bottom 7. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Ground ball would get the Elks out of this inning. Ortega's 2-2. Fouled straight back, and Price continues to fight. Gavin Price attends Louisiana Monroe. Graduated from South Salem High School in 2025, and he's back now. Was the 6th ranked outfielder and 32nd overall prospect in the state of Oregon. Back in the state for the summer. The 2-strike pitch got him swinging, though. A fastball on the outside corner retires Gavin Price for the first time tonight. A big second out. Bringing up Noah Scherer. Scherer's 0 for 2, reached on a walk. Ortega comes home. Change up, just a hair away. Guy like Noble Ortega is going to be highly touted when it comes to making that jump to the Division I level because of all the stuff he can do. Extremely versatile. Off of first is Major. Ortega's 1-0. Fastball up and away for a ball. Some stirring in the Elks bullpen, but no one actively throwing. Just a collection of those bright white Bend Elks hoodies. Looks like maybe they'll now get somebody tossing. Ortega's 2-0. Change up. Grounded to Jones at second. He'll field it. He'll touch the base, and that will end the inning. A 4 unassisted to end the 7th for the Bend Elks. And we are going to the 8th, still all knotted up at 6. Do not go anywhere. Another incredible game in the WCL coming down to the wire. Back here in Salem, 6-6 the score. Top of the 8th inning. And as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth, let's take a look around the West Coast League at some scores. Somehow, some way, peculiar, the Port Angeles Lefties, who lost 2 of 3 here in Marion, beat the Portland Pickles 7-0 tonight. Nanaimo up on Kelowna 4-1 in the top of the 9th. Kamloops beating Ridgefield 7-3, bottom 9. Wenatchee over Bellingham 3-1, top 9. Edmonton is down on Victoria 6-1. Springfield beating Yakima in a pitcher's duel 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Corvallis up on Walla Walla 3-2 as the first pitch to Galvin misses outside. So there's your WCL scoreboard. Galvin leading off the inning for the Elks as he'll take a strike. Now 1-1. New pitcher into the ball game for the Marion Berries, and it's the right-hander. Now 1-2 after he fires in a fastball. Remy Dera-Vivina. Remy Dera-Vivina, long last name. If he had it, it would take up the entire backside of the jersey as the 2-strike pitch is rolled right back up the middle and through for a base hit. Marcus Galvin puts bat to baseball, and he gets things kick-started in the 8th. Now bringing up Richie Klosik. Dara Vivina, 6 ERA and 3 innings, a 1.33 whip. His pitch is a fastball that misses in tight. Klosik so far tonight, no hits. He reached on a walk in the 4th. Defense shifting Klosik slightly to the pull side, still in double play depth. 1-0. Heater called the strike at the base of the zone. We've had these games before between the Berries and Elks just a year ago that have come down to the end, neck and neck. 1-1. Outside. You think back to last season, the one that stands out was that extra inning contest where Jace Miller was the difference. 2-1. Ground ball, softly to the shortstop and Nelson. Goes to second for one. The throw to first, double play. 6-4-3 around the horn. And Marcus Galvin getting on as the leadoff man, all for naught. There's 2 outs. It will be Will Goodman with 2 gone. First pitch breaking ball, flared, shallow right field, leaping up in the air is O'Connor, the second baseman, then he caught it. There's been a pair of plays between the 2 second basemen tonight, and Jones earlier and O'Connor now. Home half of the 8th. When we return on the Bend Elks YouTube, we're tied at 6. Back here, bottom of the 8th inning, Jake Dodge will lead it off for the Berries against Noble Ortega as the first pitch is a breaking ball. That's a check swing. Dodge went around. Dodge, O'Connor, and then Arujo Wayao. 7, 8, 9. Getting down to the finishing touches of this game, but still so much to be decided as the 1-0-1 is skipped in for a ball. Now, even at 1. Long look in from Ortega. His 1-1. Fastball just missed outside. Galvin caught it on an awkward backhand, so it was tough to get that strike call, even though they may have had a chance to do so. Our scoreboard is now shut off, so bear with us. Back on. Misses down and away. 3-1. That marathon that we reference came on the road here in Marion just a year ago. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Noble Ortega walks Jake Dodge. He's reached in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. And leadoff walks are never good. Looking for Ortega to pitch through it. He's already done so, and the Elks have been frequent users of the ground ball as the bunt is back to Ortega. Throw to first, in time there. A successful sacrifice bunt on the first pitch Liam O'Connor sees. 1-3 on the putout. And there's one gone. Bringing up Alkai Arujo Wayao. And time is called as Wes Harper will trot on out. This is a good time to call time, it feels like. Settle in Noble Ortega. Some momentum building after a sac bunt. Now we're here. Let's take you back to June 25th of 2025 during this mound visit. That's when we had a marathon in the Elks' lone trip and first trip to Chemeketa Community College to take on the Marion Berries in their first year as a team. In that game, the Elks won 2-1. It went 13 innings, and Jace Miller, who won the West Coast League batting title, was the difference maker. Top 13, towering fly ball to left center. It went out. And the Elks won 2-1 in 13 innings. So they've been used to playing these close contests with the Berries, especially in this ballpark. They depart. Ortega's ready. His first pitch to Arujo Wayao misses low. Had the big swing back in the 4th inning. The 3 RBI double that cleared the bases with 2 outs. 1-0, 1 out, runner in scoring position, tied at 6 after the sac bunt. Ortega comes home. The changeup misses low. It's 2-0. The Elks had their 5 spot in the 4th inning that was answered by the Berries with 4 of their own in the same frame. And since then, we've been knotted. 2-0. Change up. Misses low. And in hindsight here, open base, Arujo Wayao up, and a lefty on deck in Sawyer Nelson. No need for Noble Ortega to come in with a cookie here. Can still stay on a corner. Lead off a second is Dodge. The pitch. Just grooves it though, and it's called a strike. No intent by Arujo Wayao to swing on the 3-0 count. Ortega comes set. His pitch. Swung on and missed at the top of the zone. It's 3-2. And major props to Noble Ortega, who keeps competing even after being down 3-0 in the count. Looking for a money pitch. His payoff. Got him swinging. Blows the doors off and waves him goodbye for the second out. As Arujo Wayao takes exception with the long look out to the mound at Noble Ortega. Maybe some tension here brewing late. Was down 3-0 in the count, works all the way back, a strikeout, and just brushes him off. 2 gone to the top of the order in Sawyer Nelson. First pitch is a heater, then misses away. Nelson has walked 3 times tonight. The 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. The Elks have pitched around him. 1-0. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner. here in Salem. 6A career record holder in homers, RBIs, and stolen bases as he pops it up. Shallow right center field. Tallarico and Nato are coming together. They can't see it. They can't see it in the darkness. The run's going to come in to score, and Jake Dodge. It's an RBI double on a ball that was lost in the lights. Unbelievable. Absolutely heartbreaking. And I'll tell you what makes this even more frustrating is if two outfielders can't see a fly ball, that's more on the stadium infrastructure. It's one thing if an outfielder gets a ball lost in the lights, but for Tallarico and Nato to both look up to the heavens helplessly and not see the baseball. You call it an RBI double. But wow. That is something you do not see a whole lot. Now Evan Berg. Fastball up and away. In this night that's full of a cloudy sky, it's tough to see in the dusk. But a rarity. 1-0 to Berg, called a strike at the knees. And Nato and Tallarico looked identical with both palms in the air. Berg had an RBI single back in the fourth. Ortega's 1-1. Check swing, fastball, misses just a bit outside. It's 2-1. 7-6 Berries, bottom 8. A big run that came on a fly ball that was never seen. Ortega's pitch. Outside. It's 3-1. Looks like an arm stirring for the Elks in the bullpen. But this is still Noble Ortega's inning, and he got out number 3. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. 3-2. Open base at first. Full count, 2 outs. Martin Serrano, the lefty, on deck. Evan Berg has been another thorn in the Elks side tonight. Ortega comes set and delivers. Popped up. Shallow right field. Can they see this one? Jones is going out. He reaches up and makes the catch to end the inning. The Elks need 1 in the 9th to keep this game going, 2 to take the lead. But a back-breaking ball that was lost in the dusk falls for a Sawyer Nelson RBI double. 7-6 Berries to the 9th on the Bend Elks YouTube page. One final chance for the Bend Elks here in the top of the 9th inning. 7-6. Marion Berries on top after a ball was lost in the lights in the bottom of the 8th, resulting in an RBI double. It's Kevin Ferruta up, and he'll take a fastball in tight. Ferruta, Jones, and then the top of the order with Nadeau coming up this frame. Still, it's the right-hander on the bump. 1-0, swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Kevin Ferruta had a major swing earlier. The 3 RBI double in the 4th inning that have kept the Elks in it. But they need more out of their third baseman now. 1-1 breaking ball, called a strike, a good one. Got folded over the middle. This is still Remy Deravivina. Long last name, pardon me. 1-2. Grounded softly to the third baseman, Arujo Ayau. He fields on the run. The throw to first is airmailed. Ferruta's going to take a turn and hustle back to first after thinking about going to second. And E5 gets Kevin Ferruta on base and starts things off for the Elks in the 9th. That ball thrown by Arujo Ayau was way over the head of Jake Dodge. He had none chance. Here's Braden Jones. First pitch, he'll square to bunt, pull back, and will take high. You think about bunting here to move the runner into scoring position as the 1-0 misses high and is pulled back again. On deck is Keaton Nadeau. Braden Jones, sure-handed middle infielder. Arujo Ayau well in at third. The 2-0 misses up and away, ball 3. And to the point I made earlier, sometimes it's harder to throw strikes when a guy is squaring around a bunt. The 3-0. Groove down the middle and called a strike from Deravivina. Working quick. The 3-1. Squares to bunt, pulls back, ball 4. Misses high. An error and a walk get runners on first and second with nobody out for the Elks. Bringing up Keaton Nadeau. Keaton Nadeau tonight had a single his last at-bat. Now does he think about bunting? He does. Squares around, pulls it back, and he's hit. He's hit by a pitch. A disastrous inning for the Marion Berries. The bases are loaded with nobody out, and the Elks haven't even gotten a hit. An error, a walk, and a hit by pitch, and Eli Pupo is up with them loaded. Remy Deravivina losing his command. And time is now called. Pitching coach, a mound meeting with the entire infield. They now separate. Quick discussion on how to attack Eli Pupo. Corners will likely play in with no outs and the bases loaded, and Arujo Ayau and Dodge. Maybe the middle infield looking to turn 2 up the middle. 7-6. Marion on top, but the Elks in business. A chance to take the lead. Heart of the order coming up. A roller coaster of a game. We've said it already so many times before. In just game 4 of the season, Pupo just needing a ball in the outfield to tie this game. Deravivanov comes set, the pitch. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner. Pupo, the local product from Redmond, in a big spot. 0-1. Grounded, softly, fielded by Arujawayao at third. He goes to home, gets the force out there. Pupo safe at first, but just as good as a strikeout. 5-2 on the putout, and there's one gone. An unproductive out for Eli Pupo. Just a grounder to the third baseman, Arujawayao, who's been so steady over there. But now it's Aiden Tallarico in a big spot. The pitch. In tight on a heater. Aiden Tallarico, who's had a quiet night for the majority of it, had a single in the seventh, and he hit it hard. 1-0. Fastball misses in tight, and it hit him. And there's groans from the Marion Berries that maybe Tallarico leaned in, but as it stands, it's an RBI hit by pitch. Coming in to score is Braden Jones, and we're tied at 7. But Derek Dunbar and Perry Schofield are going to come together and talk about it. Aiden Tallarico got hit what it appeared to be, from my vantage point, on the right elbow. And I don't see this getting overturned. Wow! They are bringing Aiden Tallarico back. You rarely see that get overturned. But Derek Dunbar and Perry Schofield come together and determine that's the case. Aiden Tallarico is now running over to Derek Dunbar and showing him his right hand that got hit. And I cannot believe this. Are they calling it a foul ball? What is the ruling? Alan Cox is irate face-to-face with Derek Dunbar in the biggest spot of the game. Having this overturned feels unreal. That's not going to sit well with anybody. For the base umpire to overturn a hit by pitch, a call that the home plate umpire made that was right on top of it. Aiden Tallarico is going to get a chance to keep hitting. 1-1 with one out. The pitch home is a breaking ball that swung through and missed. That is unbelievable in that spot. Unbelievable. 1-2. Got him swinging. Talk about changing the complexion of a game. The one thing that you never want out of a call. 2 gone with the bases loaded in the 9th. And Mason Elrod is the final chance for the Bend Elks. A base hit would give them the lead. The wind from Deravivanov. And a check swing. Elrod went around. Elrod looking for a big swing and to redeem himself. No batting gloves this time around. 0-1. Fastball skied foul down the right field line. And the Elks are down to their final strike. Just moments ago, they thought they tied the game on a hit by pitch. And somehow, some way, the umps overturned it. Called it a foul ball. And now the Elks are moments away from losing the 0-2. Breaking ball down and away. A good take from Elrod. Seeking to redeem himself after grounding into a double play in the 7th in a similar spot. Jones on third. The 1-2. Fastball got him swinging, and the Marion Berries have won the baseball game 7-6. There is no other way to describe this baseball game than unreal because it feels like we still should be playing. You watch this game for a long time, and without replay review, do you rarely see an umpire crew overturn a hit by pitch? When I saw this initially, the bases loaded, 1 out, Aiden Tallarico up, I thought they may have been talking about Tallarico leaning into the baseball. Instead, they said it was a foul ball, and it was the base umpire, Perry Schofield, that helped Derek Dunbar overturn it. It just doesn't make too much sense how a man that was 60 feet away from home plate was the determining factor in seeing and officially determining if a hit by pitch was a hit by pitch or a foul ball. But that's where we stand. The Bend Elks, in a back-breaking loss, are handed their first L of the 2026 season, moving to 3-1. And in a game where they were up 5-1 1 point after a major fourth inning and a huge hit by Kevin Ferruta, they have lost. They showed so much fight. It was an incredible battle. But game one goes to the Berries on a defining call that will not be forgotten for quite some time. One that's going to sting. Alan Cox and Johnny Kemp still can't believe it. I frankly can't either. Your final lines: 7 runs for the Berries, 6 for the Elks. 9 hits for the Berries, 5 for Bend, and 2 errors for Marion, 1 for the Elks. Thanks so much for joining us on a somber Monday night after a loss that still doesn't feel quite right. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place on the Bend Elks